Hello, fellow traders. This video here, it's not going to be for everyone, but for some of you. But overall, for the people who will be copying trades or if I'm copying their trades. And this one here is going to be in regards to trading view indicators. Tomorrow I'll take care of the MetaTrader 4 indicators. But for right now, for some of you, this is going to be the one you'll use because if you'll have trading view. So let me go ahead and restart because some of you just have never seen any of it. So basically, you go online, choose your profile. We go to Trading View, all right, and then you'll want to create your account. And I'll provide you links to all of it as well. But once you got your account, you'll go ahead and go Product, Super Charts, and we're going to start this chart out clean. So this is a base chart. We're set for 1 minute candles. Each candle is 1 minute. Yeah? Okay. Sorry about that. I'm talking with the family. And we're set on Hakanashi candles, which are these right here. And this helps smooth out some of the noise. When I say noise, I mean like some of the information we don't really need. If you don't understand, we can just do it like this. See how everything looks more choppier on regular candles? And this is why we use the Hakanashi. It kind of smooths things out. Right. And then we're going to go ahead and go to indicators. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to type here and search for high volume point. So you'll type high volume point into that section and you'll see a list of things pop up, and you're going to want this one here. And to the left of it, you just hover over a little bit. Sometimes you see a star, sometimes you don't, but just hover over there and you'll see a star. Okay, and that'll just click that star and it'll save it into your favorites. So the first one you're going to want is this high volume point. Once you get it, go ahead and click it. And it's going to add this to the chart. Okay. The high volume, what this is doing is let us know that there were a lot of buyers and sellers, a very enormous amount. The more circles around that section, the more action there was between buyers and sellers. Like a whole lot more buyers came in, a whole lot more sellers came in for this than it did over here. Okay, because you see how you only got two. This one had three. This one has three. This one has one, two, three. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there was a whole lot more here of buyers and sellers involved here. Okay. And you can use these lines from old ones as resistance, support, and resistance lines, so be aware. Now we're going to add the second indicator. Go here. And you'll want to do a search up here for price action, right here, price action smart money concepts by this guy here, same guy. Okay. And you'll want to save to favorites and add it to your chart. Now this is a price action system. So we have a volume indicator and a price action indicator working on this chart. Now I have an upgraded account, so I can add more and all that kind of stuff, and I can do extra stuff that a free member can't. But as a free member, you are allowed two indicators. Okay. And we're set on 1 minute, Hakanashi candles. You should have your indicators saved into your favorites now. And how this works, so we're looking to play off these zones by taking 5-minute trades. If you're not familiar, we'll go over this real quick. Now, when you get to these sections like this, where you have that and this, it's pretty strong that it's going to go in that direction. So let's start here. We'll just start with this one here. And let's say this popped up and you put your trade in somewhere on this candle. And we count 5 minutes. Each candle's worth 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would have won, or even if it still went into this one, depending on when you got in on this candle, you would have won. Okay. Now we come down. We have that pop up. We get our trade somewhere on this candle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would have been a winner, even if it was into this one. 5. Now this is where things got a little more dicey. So you got your trade in somewhere on this one. And let's say it went in here, okay, on this line. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is still when it closed in this area. It looks like it still would have won, or you'd be in on this one. So you probably still would have won this or just barely lost. Now we have this one here, plus we have the price action. So the odds are, because it came down and bounced off that price action, because it looks like it's going into an uptrend. So we'll get your trade in here. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your trade would have ended somewhere in here. And that would have been a winner as well once it closed out. Okay. Now, when you get these two things together like that, it's most significantly going to go much higher. And you can put in a higher trade amount. Okay. And then it went up, and then came down, and then bam, we have both of them again, saying you got your trade in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it would have ended in here somewhere. So that would have been a winner. And now live play and versus what you're seeing now are two different things. If you're new to trading, there's a big difference between live trading and going over the history. But this is to give you a base idea of how it works. So let's say this one here came up. Well, right here you had price action. So you wait for it to get out. It bounced, so you could get your trade in here. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would have been a winner. You would have closed out somewhere in here. So that was still a winner. Now right here is getting pretty dicey. So let's say you got in here for going down, because this is above. If it's above, you're looking for a trade going down. If it's below, you're looking for a trade going up. So let's say you got in here. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would have closed out somewhere here. So it looks like you actually probably would have won this trade if you would have got in somewhere up in here on that candle. Okay. Now you can treat these as supply and demand lines, so you want to be wary of wanting to take a trade if nothing popped up. Now this is showing you on an uptrend. So let's go find a downtrend real quick so you can see how it looks on that. Here we go. Now those one spots, they don't come this far back. But on the price action, because some of you are quite familiar with price action, so you'll understand this concept. And for those that are new, you'll see kind of what's going on. So right here, where it hit and it bounced, okay, it didn't, and so you'd be kind of looking to take a trade, and it kind of came back and retested. But let's say you put your trade in here. So because we don't know where that one popped up. If you were smart enough to get your trade in up here, you'd be good. But a lot of times I like to wait until it closes outside of the line. So let's say it came down. I got my trade in somewhere in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me recount. Somewhere in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And somewhere in here, I could have won, maybe lost, depending on where I got in on this candle. But once I seen there was a retracement, I may have went in for another trade. So unless there's more information, I would stay away from that kind of stuff unless you're better at this kind of. So if you're brand new, you might want to avoid that second trade coming in. But then we had a bounce. So for those who are doing price action all the time, you know what to do here. If you're not, then you'd want to wait to the next section where it came. It created a new section because these will appear here and start on. So you'd wait till it closes. There's one that came outside. Let's zoom in on it so it's easier to see. So it came out here finally. So let's say I got my trade in somewhere here. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my candle would close out somewhere in here, and that would have been a winner. Okay, so you kind of get the idea between uptrends and downtrends. Now, for those of you who are, let's go ahead. If you don't, this is just your charting system. Okay, I know I say okay a lot, so deal with it. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring up pocket options, which I'll send you a link for that as well. And they have a demo account so you can practice. And you go to demo. Now how pocket options work is, let's say I put I'm going to take a 1-minute trade. Now for the system I just showed you, that is, you're taking 5-minute trades. So let's go ahead and put this to 5 minutes. Okay. Now sometimes you'll see this look like that. Just go ahead and click that and then it'll come to regular times to where you can pick. This is the amount where you're going to put. Let's say you wanted to do $10. And you can do cents and that kind of stuff. Alright, now this candle already went down too far of my liking. But let's say I assume this candle is going to go down much farther. Alright, now let's see where the last lot. That was zone. That was another one. So I'm going to assume. Let's see if this turns into an up. But I'm thinking I'm going to go for a down trade. But I actually think it's going to go up. But I'm going to go for down. But give me a sec here. We're going to wait for that candle to close. And this is a 1 minute. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Putting for down. So now if this candle closes out above this line, it's going to be a loser. If it closes out below this line, it's going to be a winner. And if it wins, it's going to give me 92%. This is because we're on OTC. For TradingView, you use the regular markets. We do not use OTC. So let's see what happens. Oh, that's set for 5 minutes. Shoot, sorry. I was kind of hoping just to do a 1 minute. So I did that because of the other system. So we'll do 1 minute. This is definitely an uptrend. So I did that. So if this one here, if it closes above, so if this closes down here, it's going to be a loss or a win. If this closes below that, it's going to be a loss. That'll really help you understand more. And this is just to help you understand how binary options work. So this is going to probably lose. And I'm not going to pay too much mind because I don't want to wait 5 minutes for this. I just want you to get a base idea of how this works. And we can always go into more depth on this kind of stuff. Alright, so I just lost $20 of demo money, okay, because this candle closed out from where I put those trades in for, and saying that I think it's going to be below this or above this line 1 minute from now. And we'll go ahead and do one more. Give me a sec here to kind of get a base. That was the retrace. I want to see how this candle closes out. Alright, I think that it's going to go up again. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 10 in for going up. And I think it's going to close out above this line. Looks like I'm going to lose that. And who knows, I'll probably win this one. But now you're getting a base idea. So I lost that $10 because this candle was below that line after 1 minute's time. Okay. Now this one I did for 5 minutes, still has 40 some odd seconds left. So let's see if it closes out below that line. But this is kind of how pot or binary options trading works. And that's why we use these type of things to help us spot where to put our trades in. Because as far as I'm concerned, the indicators that pocket options provide you, oh, right here, are all crap. So we won that one. Okay, so that gives you a base idea how pocket options works. So between you using this, okay, we have that, so we can do a split screen so you can see it together. Alright, there you go. So there we have that. Now we would have got in, let's zoom this out a little. Alright, we're on, well, the market's closed, so the regular markets are closed, so we're not going to have anything matching up right now, but that would have been, let's just assume that this tipping point was this tipping point, and you would have got your trade in here for 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then somewhere on this one, because you got in sometime on this one, or at the end of it, or you just got in on this one. So let's say you got in on that one, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you were putting in for a trade going down 5 minutes from now, and that would have been your winner. Okay, and then same, like, let's say this section here was this section, and you got your trade in here or here, and you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you would have had a win. That's basically how this concept works. It's pretty simple, only using two indicators, and you don't have to upgrade your account from my understanding. Okay, I think that'll help out a little for you and anybody else in regards to how this kind of works. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will be making, I have to do some other videos in regards to an indicator for MetaTrader 4, which is a different platform for this kind of stuff. And then I can come and I can do some live trading with this, and then speed the video up and slow it down where I take the trade so everybody can see firsthand if it working. Alright, but here you go. That's your base understanding. And I'll have other videos as well coming for things too.